Welcome to another episode of You Love Comic Books. This is episode 69, dudes, of a YouTube show where I showcase my recent comic book hauls, comic speculations, and stuff from my collection. So this week, I have a really awesome haul for you. It's from a comic convention I went to in Colorado. It's put together by a store called All Seas. They do it like twice a year. I've been to this is the third one I've been to, and I would say this was probably the best one. Not just like what I got, but like just the overall experience, and like it was in a bigger room, and it was like very nice and spacious, lots of breathing room, a lot of other cool things besides comics there. I feel like they're trying to make something big there, so that's awesome. So I'm always happy to go to this thing, and it was free this time too. I mean, not like they charge much. It was like $5 last time, so this time it was free. Hey, that's $5 more to buy comics and stuff. So cool. So yeah, before I get into everything, if you find yourself watching the show, it's probably because you like comic speculations, stuff from collections, and comic hauls. So why not smash that subscribe button? If you like what you see in the video, give it a like. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you have any questions on what you see or just want to say hi, leave a comment. That also helps with the algorithm as well. So that means more people can see this video, and I don't know, the conversation for You Love Comic Books just expands. So before I get into everything too, just tell you that the way I have this all divided, I'm going to show you like in groups from each table that I went to, and I'll tell you exactly what I spent in the end. And you guys can tell me, hey, that was an amazing deal, or you got screwed, dude. I don't think I did, though. I think I got some really good stuff here. So let's get into it. Right out the gate, walked right in. The first place I saw on the left was this comic booth. Pretty big booth, lots of toys. And I'm wondering if it was the store that ran it. I'm not sure. But I usually, the rules. You don't usually buy the first table you go to. You got to look around. But I saw this one. This is him. This is the first cover appearance of Warlock, or he's still him at this point. It's his first full appearance. I think, yeah, he shows up in Fantastic Four 67. I think that's the number. 66, he's like a cocoon. 67, he opens up, but I think it's just like a cameo. But that is his first appearance. And then this is like his first full appearance. I don't know. It's very convoluted. And then people count Marvel Premiere #1 as Warlock's first appearance. But the price was $29.99. And I asked them if always bring cash to these things. I feel like if you got cash, you're going to get a better deal. Cash is king. They love it. They have money. They can instantly do stuff with it. It's great. And I said, can you do 25? And they said, sure. So right out the gate, I bought this. Now, this is not a perfect condition copy of this book. It does have a little chip here. And it has some stress here and everything. But I'd say this is still like a nice for the back cover is in really solid condition. The interior pages look great. It's a very solid book for 19, what year is this? Like 67, I think? Probably like 67. I'll have to look that up later. But happy to get this one. This is a book that this book goes for a lot of money, actually. I'm shocked it was this cheap. I was like looking at it. I asked him, I wanted to make sure it was complete. I looked at it again, like when I got home, just make sure too. Nothing's missing in the book. Like I said, the only big defect is just that little chip there. But besides that, pretty solid. The black looks great. The colors still look great. And it's crazy, Like I think I paid like $80 or $90 for the second part, 166, which is him battling him on the cover at a store like over a year ago. And I'm wondering, like, did I just luck out, or did the value of this book go down? And the funny thing is, like, he's going to show up in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's, like, not even... so we haven't even seen him yet. That movie comes out in, like, a little over a month. So, happy to get that out the gate. All right. So, like I said, that was $25. And then this table, I got everything for $10. So, let me just divide it up. This was $10 altogether. All new Wolverine number 18, variant edition. I just thought that was cool. Pretty sick looking. I don't even know who did this one. Is it Adi Granov or Clinton Crane? I don't know. But I thought it was sick. An X-23 Wolverine as, Venom. This was a mistake. Did not mean to buy this, but whatever. Like I said, all these books I got was 10 even. I meant to get issue 54. 54 is the infamous fridge issue. It's an kind of a become like a sick joke. Basically, like Kyle Rayner's girlfriend gets killed by this one character. Forgot the character's name, and Kyle Rayner finds her all chopped up in a fridge. It's been considered a controversial issue, but it's just kind of crazy that they call it the fridge issue. Does go for a little bit of money, nothing too crazy, but 53 doesn't really go for anything, but whatever. Happy to get it. But don't worry, later on, I'll show you guys something. All-Star Superman #1. This one's got like a tiny little defect here, but overall great condition. This book's, I have this series, but I figured, like I said, I got 6 books for $10 here. I'm going to show you the rest in a second. I figured it can't hurt to get this. Basically, James Gunn announced Superman and like kind of implying this series. I don't think this storyline is going to be the main, like how the movie goes down, but I don't know. It's kind of picked up because of that. It's a great comic to begin with. Highly recommend reading this series. So happy to get another one. See what happens in the future. I'm gonna put that in the. It like spiked a bit, and I think it's like kind of calmed down. I think all the James Gunn books kind of spiked a lot when he mentioned all those movies and TV show ideas. It's like it was that first week, and now stuff has settled down a bit, but this is a good one. Punisher 104. It's in good condition. It does have like, I feel like a pressing would fix this book. It does have like one bad spine, like one color breaking spine tick, but everything else is like a pressable defect. It's a newsstand. The key significance of this book is it's the last issue of the Punisher series. Punisher volume, I don't know if you count it. If you count the miniseries, then this is volume 2. And this lasted 104 issues. Countdown was a storyline that ran through Punisher War Journal and Punisher Warzone. And those books can be pretty expensive because the print number was supposedly incredibly low. So find this for like, I don't know, 85 cents, we'll just say. There's all 6 divided by 10. I don't know. I'm doing math here. Pretty cool find. Happy to get this. This is literally a cover buy. I already have the regular cover, but I love this guy's art. Wolf, just I love the style of this artist, and just a sick spider punk. And then this is really cool. I'm an artist and I draw on these sometimes and I sell them. It's the blank variant of Edge of the Spider-Verse, so I'll see what I draw on there. Maybe I'll do like a monstered up Peter Porker or something, you know? He is part of the Spider-Verse. We'll see. I haven't thought about it yet. So that, like I said, this was 25. This group was 10, so we're at $35 altogether. All right, this was at a different table, and I'll tell you guys what I paid for these. Young Heroes in Love #1. These were in his 50 cents box. So this is this table, new table I'm talking about. I figured, you know what? It's in really nice condition. With everything going on with like the James Gunn thing, who the hell knows? If he even just mentions this comic, which I think it lasted like maybe 12 issues. There's an interesting story. I remember when it came out. If he even just mentions this comic, all of a sudden everyone's going to be talking about Young Heroes in Love, which would be kind of funny. So I figured, who knows? I'll just grab it. It's in really nice condition too, so that's always good. And then I'm happy to get this one. This was in the 50 cent box too. Barbed Wire movie special, the Pamela Anderson cover. I knew right away when I saw this, I'm like, no way this is a 50 cent book. Pamela Anderson on the cover. The movie was complete crap. There's an interesting story about that movie. But I don't know if anyone remembers that. This came out in like 95 maybe? It was around the time the infamous sex tape was going around. It really, really killed her career as like to be taken seriously as like an actress. So who knows? It'd be kind of awesome. I was thinking about this. Like, I hope she shows up in something soon. I was talking to my wife about this. If anybody watches a show called White Lotus, it'd be kind of funny if she's, I think she'd be great on that show. So just putting that out in the world. Put Pamela Anderson on White Lotus, season 3. He's putting that out there. Happy to get this. I think it's a good find, especially for 50 cents. All right. I think I saw this in the box. I grabbed it. I just like, with everything. I don't know if anyone saw the Ahsoka trailer just dropped. This character already showed up in Mandalorian. The Ahsoka trailer is going to have all these characters. Probably not him because he died. Spoilers for a cartoon that came out like 7 years ago, or I don't know when that episode aired. But figured I'd get this. It's from 2022. It's not going for really anything. It's like a $25, $30 book. I think it's pretty much at, as cost. So happy to get that. RoboCop 2 movie adaptation. Whoops, let me fix that. And RoboCop 1 movie adaptation. Couldn't pass those up. Those look great. Here's another one I couldn't pass up. This is in really nice condition. Army of Darkness, #1 from Dark Horse. I didn't even know this comic existed. This is kind of cool. This predates all those like Ash Evil Dead comics from like the late 90s. And this is like, I guess this is the movie adaptation when the movie came out in the early 90s. So pretty cool to have that. Hell Arisen #3. This is the third printing of the first full punchline, is you just see like her lips and like her little bit of her face in like Batman 89. I think that's the number. But this is her first full appearance. So, and this was the book that like really blew up. Obviously, it's calmed down a bit, but I figured why not grab it. It is the third print, but happy to have it either way. I saw it, couldn't pass it up. Superman, the Man of Steel, #17. This is the first cameo of Doomsday. The last page, he's punching the wall, and I think this is like the very first one. He appears throughout the first every Superman issue that was that month, him punching the wall, until the next issue of this where you see him on the cover in that full costume. This one was kind of a mistake. Didn't really mean to buy this, but whatever. Tomb of Dracula, #53. I kind of screwed up. It's 58. Not to say Blade, any of the Blade comics from Tomb of Dracula is a great buy. If you could find them and they're in decent condition. This one's like okay. But I'll tell you what I paid for everything in the end. So I'm not like upset about it. But 58 is his first solo story in comics. I think the magazines or something, he has a solo story. I don't know. But in comics, his first solo story is 58. And that's where I kind of made a boo-boo. And the cover is not much different from this cover. I think there's like one vampire fighting him or whatever. And Dracula's like in the background. So, oh well. Werewolf by Night 42. Honestly, I love this cover. This is like such a sick, like just the explosion of yellow in the background and like the vibrant colors with Iron Man and Wolf, the werewolf guy, Jack Russell. So happy to get this. This is a great find. I would say this is like a fine condition. All-Star Comics 69, Justice Society of America. This is the first appearance of the Huntress. Now, there's another book, I think it's like something like Secret Origins or whatever, literally came out the same week as this book. And I think that one goes for a lit more because she is more prominent on the cover of the Huntress. Am I getting like a glare? Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. There we go. There she is right there. It says, "And introducing the Huntress." Prices all over the place for this book. This version of the Huntress is that like Earth 2 where she's like the daughter of Batman and Catwoman. She becomes like her own character in the 80s. There's like a woman who's like connected to like the mafia or something. I forgot her name. And that's the one in the Birds of Prey movie, I think, is based on that one. The TV show, I don't know if anyone remembers the Birds of Prey TV show, which probably confused everybody. That Huntress was based on her, because she was the daughter of Batman and Catwoman. So all these, so the Barbed Wire, the Young Heroes in Love, the Rebels, Justice Society, Werewolf, all that, these books. This came out to 46 altogether. So I think that's pretty good. I think that's a really good deal. I think, and the most expensive thing was the Rebels book, and I think it's just because it was like kind of new. So, all right, here we go. This is a different table. G.I. Joe number 60. This is a Todd McFarlane issue. It's like a shame that he doesn't do the cover. I think it's Mike Zeck. And he also, there's like a Daredevil comic that came out around that same time. And I have another haul I have to show you guys. I'll put that out maybe in the middle of the week or just wait till next week. Spread these out a bit. And I'll just show you guys some of the interior a bit. So I've been wanting to get this one for a while. Tear that open. So really nice condition copy. Really just like one tiny spine tick on the side. So you could see like the McFarlane artwork. So this is like at that point where he's not, I don't think he's inking, he's not inking his work yet, but it's like around the right time, he's about to take over the Hulk. You can kind of see that McFarlane goodness here. I'll show you. He draws Chuckles. He was my favorite figure. He was kind of like a Miami Vice guy. So you got the McFarlane faces down. You can see how he draws everybody. Look at that. I wonder if he inked that himself. It looks more like his own inks here versus the rest. So it's kind of cool. You know, it's like one of those, like, you know, we know him for drawing Spider-Man and drawing Hulk in Marvel, and then you forget that, you know, he did a G.I. Joe comic, he did a Daredevil comic, he did, I think there's some Marvel Comics Presents stuff, there's a What The issue, there's a Marvel Tale covers, there's a Conan and Quasar cover. Here, let me show you the most, right here, looks like Eddie Brock. And he's just about to draw. So Chuck, maybe this, you know what? Maybe, you know, Chuckles is old man, he leaves, and maybe he went off and became a reporter for the Daily Planet, changed his name to Eddie Brock, and became Venom. So maybe this comic is the first appearance of Eddie Brock. Right? Let's start that rumor. Captain America 230. This is just an amazing, iconic Hulk cover. Hulk's in the book, obviously. I think Sal Buscema art. I've been wanting to get this book for a long time. I always have a hard time finding it. It's in decent condition. It does have like a minor like subscription bend, but it's like something that could be pressed out easily. Thor 182. This is the first part of the Doctor Doom, the 183. I have that one already. Thor and Hulk battle. I've been wanting to get this one for a while. Every time I see it, it's always really expensive. I feel like this is the one is more expensive than 183. Just a cooler cover too. If you look at 183, like Doctor Doom's like small in the corner. It's still a nice cover, but this one is just more dynamic with like the mask here. It's just such a great figure here. So happy to get that one. Submariner 47, another Doctor Doom comic. This one is in amazing condition. Happy to get this one. And then this one is nice condition. It's like a fine. It's got a little bit of ward damage, but overall, really good. Submariner 34. Been wanting to get this book. It's got a little tiny date stamp here. You can see. It's funny. Some people like date stamps and some people hate date stamps. I don't know. I don't mind them if they don't ruin the book. I don't feel like it really ruins it. It's not like printing on anyone's face. So, happy to get this. The key significance of this book is it's the it's like a proto Defenders storyline, because you got Silver Surfer, Submariner teaming up with the Hulk. I don't remember if Doctor Strange shows up in the next issue. I think it's just these three characters. I would have to go look for it. I'm not going to do that right now. But again, this is considered the proto Defenders. The Defenders storyline starts pretty soon in like Marvel Feature. I think that's the comic series. So happy to get that. So overall, these 5 books, G.I. Joe 60, 230, 182, 147, and 34. The prices I felt like were really good anyway, but it would have been $73. I tried, getting an I said, could you 50? They said 60. I said, all right, sure. They weren't going to budge, and that's fine. They were great prices, I think, to begin with. And again, I'm just all these for 60. They're in nice condition. They're all books that I really wanted. Like, they've been on my list for like years now. So happy to get those. I feel like that was a good convention find. Okay, this is kind of cool. These were $1 each. So I saw this table had these, and they're first prints. They're 129 of Avengers and 125. They're kind of key issues. They're not like, these aren't like run filler issues. You got your early Thanos and Thanos cover on Avengers. You got this awesome Kang cover. These, and they're like, I would say they're like fine plus comics for like this age. Now, I couldn't believe they're only $1 each. Of course, I opened up, I said, can I look at one? The value stamps are gone. But man, even with I have both these books, and I paid a lot more for those. They had the value stamps, but I'm like, these look even better than the ones I had that I paid a lot more for. But man, even like $1 each for these, I think is a steal. I couldn't believe it, because this table's books weren't cheap. I would say they were like one of the more expensive tables, and I was like, really, only $1? I mean, I could see this of at least $10 each, you know, even with the value stamp missing. So happy to get these. I couldn't pass them up for just $1. They're just sick covers to begin with, so that was cool. So that's $2 right there. All right, this table, this was $7. Nothing too crazy here, but Marvel Comics 46, you got early Rob Liefeld doing Wolverine, hairy chest. Let's show the back cover. I always think this era of Rob Liefeld is his best artwork. When he does this around this time period, and so it's a wraparound cover. He does not do the interiors. There is some cool John Buscema Wolverine art though in it. I just find it interesting, his artwork. I find it like, really he peaks in New Mutants, I feel like. You know, X-Force is like good. You could see him rushing, and he wants to get out and go do his Youngblood comic. His best work is from like 1987 to like whenever he finishes New Mutants. And so I couldn't pass that up. Superman Action Comics 683. This is, again, this is that first, this is in that month where you get the Doomsday Fist. This is my second copy. I actually showcased in a haul from like a couple weeks ago. You can check that out. So I figured couldn't pass that up. For that. Weird Wonder Tales, number 22, an early issue of Dr. Druid. It's interesting. This is a reprint book, but it has like, it's got an awesome Dave Cockrum cover, and it's like the artwork was changed and modified by John Byrne. And I'm trying to look it up, and I think this might be Marvel, like his first actual Marvel work. Like his assistance on this. This is like a really early John Byrne comic in Marvel. So happy to get that. Pretty cool. It definitely predates his run on X-Men. I could be wrong. You guys can tell me where that falls. Happy to get it either way. Like I said, great Dave Cockrum cover. And then this one is the best one out of this group. Marvel Age number 7. The key significance of this book. I have to like rebag a lot of these just to let you guys know. Let me just showcase that. Key significance of Marvel Age number 7. Decent condition. I'd say it's like a fine. And that's fine with me, especially for the price. Because this book can go for a pretty penny. It's kind of cool, Darth Vader. So I already know the era that this came out in. It's like around 83. Here we go. First preview, Spider-Ham. I love that Goose Rider. That bike. So awesome. They just released a figure, not a Goose Rider, but a Ghost Rider, where he is riding like a red bike, and it looks super vintage and awesome. So yeah, I had to get that. I saw that. Like I said, it's decent condition. Maybe I'll If I ever see a better copy and it's not too expensive, we'll get that one. It's a good placeholder for now. $7 for these 4. Not bad. So happy to have that. This group was all 10. So $10 for these. Justice Society #1. This has a bunch of first appearances in it. That's on the bag. I'm going to rebag these anyway. Been wanting to get this one for a while. Awesome Alex Ross cover. I still got a bunch of these left. And this is going to be a longer video, but it's going to be worth it in the end. So thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. Check out the links in my eBay. For my eBay and Instagram, You Love Comic Books. They're in the captions of all my videos. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on eBay too. You can do that now, I guess. So yeah. And I have lots of stuff in my eBay, so check it out. All right, let's get to the rest of the haul. So Justice Society America #1. Really nice condition copy. Star Trek The Next Generation #1. Been wanting to get this one for a while. You know, want to find it cheap. These books like that, it's funny, these books, they're not like insane value, but it could still go for like $10. So happy to get that. Another Star Trek comic. I figured, why not? This is I already have one, but this is even better condition than what I have. First appearance of the Borg in Star Trek. Probably the coolest villain since the Klingons in the Star Trek world. Thor, the Zaniac, craves blood. All right, this is a second copy. Again, this is in better condition than one I have. And the one I have is already really nice condition. There was some like spec going on for a minute because of Loki season 2. We'll see. I figure, you know what? I'm gonna grab a second one because why not? Let's see what happens if he's even a character or if there's any hype or anything behind it. I will dump this book on immediately. Quasar #29. This is the awesome pregnant cover, kind of a parody of the famous Demi Moore Vanity Fair cover. So not bad for $10 for all these books. I would say none of them are super crazy. This is probably the most expensive in this one. So cool. All right. This is another table. Let's see. Spider-Man Adventures #1. Awesome cover. It's got, let's see if we can show it. Embossed foil. See, this is the kind of covers I love from the 90s when they looked like this. Just with the embossing. Really awesome. Spider-Man Comic Adventures #8. This one can go for, this one's one of the more desirable issues because it's the first black suit Spider-Man in this series. And then like 9 and 10 Venom shows up. They didn't have those, but they had this one and #1. I couldn't pass it up. And then Looney Tunes #1. I was looking this up. I couldn't pass this one up. I saw the prices were like all over the place for this one. They had this in a $2 bin. It's in really nice condition. I figured, why not? So these 3 were 20 even. Not bad. So happy to get those. All right, and this is the last table. I was already like burnt out, and I was like literally out of money. I was out to my last $21. And I'm glad I went to this table because I think I spent probably what I got for how little I spent in the end. Probably went out with a bang on this for this convention, this table. So Calypso is back. Daredevil 310. This is her first This is actually her first cover appearance in any comic. She first appeared in like Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, like in the early 80s. She shows up in, she's like the main villain of Spider-Man Torment, which is the first 5 issues or something of the McFarlane Spider-Man series. She's not on the cover of any of those books. And so this is her first cover appearance. She's supposed to be in the Kraven the Hunter movie. We'll see if that movie's any good, because let me tell you, Morbius wasn't good. I don't really care for those Venom movies. Well, I didn't care for Venom 1. I thought it was silly. I didn't see Venom 2. From what I heard, Venom 2 is not very good. Into the Spider-Verse is great, but, you know, that's a different team that's doing it. We'll see, but I figured couldn't hurt to get that, especially, like I said, with all the books I have here for $21 altogether. Gotham City Sirens #6. Decent condition copy. It's not perfect. There's some weird, like, stress on the back cover pages, but like pages, yeah, the back cover, but overall really nice condition. This Gotham City Sirens is crazy. I think it's like 20 issues or something like that, and it's expensive. Like number one is easily like a 50. I see people stores and conventions try to sell number one for 50 to $100, and every issue after that is like $20. Gilliam March does like all the covers. All the characters are like super sexy. It's like the best way I could describe it. The covers are really desirable. There's some really like, and anytime I see these in stores, if they have them at all, they are always $10 and over. I never find these. I never find Gotham City Sirens in any weird stores or dollar bins or anything. This is the first time I ever saw one issue of this, so I figured I couldn't hurt to grab it. Green Lantern 54. This is the one I wanted to get. This is the fridge issue, so I was able to at least get that in the end. It's a DC Universe variant, but the bad news, this is not a good condition. This is like a VG at best copy. Like, it's just, let's see if you can see that. It's not the greatest. I don't know. Happy to get it either way. It's a DC Universe variant. And like I said, didn't spend much on it. Star Trek #1, an awesome George Perez cover. Been wanting to get this one. It's a newsstand, so that's cool. I bought issue 1 a while ago. I figured why not finish the series. Red Sonja #2, newsstand. Omega Men 37. This is, I already got this one, but this is a better condition copy. Actually, it's like near mint. It's the first solo story of Lobo. So a great book to keep your eye out for. The series, this is like, I think 38's the last issue of the Omega Men. Kind of gets hard to find. If you go to like back issue bins or like dollar bins or anything, you'll probably always find like issue 7, 9, and like early numbers, like 18, any random number like that. But once you get to like the late 20s and 30s, you don't really see them. I'm sure the numbers went down, but this is the first solo story of Lobo. There's like a 5 or 6 page story in the end. And it's like a transition comic where Lobo is in his, I'll just show you guys real quick. Can't hurt, right? If we're going to talk about it, I might as well just show it. This is a visual show, right? So, like I said, really nice condition copy. So this is the first of time. He's still like in his weird purple, yellow, or orange outfit, but he's wearing a leather jacket. Let's see if you you can kind of see his face. Let's see. Chuck. I guess he killed somebody. And there he is drinking at a bar. So you can see he's like at the halfway point of becoming the Lobo, the biker Lobo that we know, and the weird space clown that he is in his first appearance. So happy to grab that one. Okay, these were the last 3 books. Marvel Universe Update number 89, issue 8. I've been wanting to get this one for a while. This is the Venom, early Venom on the cover. I don't even know who draws this. He looks funny. Kind of looks cute. You know, they made him look cute in that cover. He looks friendly. I don't know who did the cover. But he gets a big highlight in here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, here we go. I think this might be the first Eric Larson Venom in here before he starts drawing him in Amazing, and then they just have a bunch of captions from Spider-Man. So, pretty cool. Been wanting to get this one for a while. I never see this comic anywhere. Ever. Never see it. So, happy to find it at a convention. Happy to find it for super cheap. Like I said, it's a decent condition copy. It's got like a little weird tear. Not tear, like some wear here, but I'd say like a VF Plus copy. I'm happy to get this one. Been wanting to get this one for a while. Doctor Who, Marvel Premiere 57, Doctor Who. They end out the Marvel Premiere series, I think, with a bunch of Doctor Who comics. I think there's like 4. But just wanted to get this one. It's got I think his name's Dylan Baker. Is that his name? And then they got an awesome Walt Simonson cover, that infamous signature of his. Thought it was great. This book's usually like over $20 easily. Anytime I see it anywhere. So happy to get that. First time Doctor Who in comics in America. I don't know. I'm sure Doctor Who is around since like the 60s in England, so they probably had like some stuff. Then this one's a great find. Black Panther #1. First appearance of Black Panther's mom, Angela Bassett. That's not her name. I totally forgot the character's name. But it's Black Panther's mom. I know there's some other first appearances. This is the Marvel Knights #1. I don't know, just missed getting this. I'm happy to finally grab a copy. This book was going for a while. So, like I said, to go out, I think I did really good. All these books in the end, this last table for just $21. Lots of good finds here. This book alone, it's interesting. He had a box for 50 cents, which was all the books besides all these books were they were in a dollar bin. He was charging 50 cents, and then anything in this bin was half off. So this was $2.50, and this one, I don't know, $7.50, and then this one would have been $12.50. But he ended up giving it to me all for 21, because that's all I had left, and it was cash. And so, like I said, I think this book alone could have been easily 21. It's in really solid condition. So yeah, I think I did pretty good here. That's one chunk. Almost done here. There's another chunk. And then, like I said, just let's see if I can stack that right. Just that issue alone, man. I'm happy to get that. So, yeah, I think this was a great haul. So overall, 200 even cash for all these books. I feel a little spoiled. You can tell me again how it did in the comment section below. If you like what you see, hit that like button. If you have any questions of what you saw, again, leave a comment. If you like these videos and you've watched a couple and you haven't hit that subscription button, then now's your time to do that. Become part of the You Love Comic Books conversation. Smash that subscription button. Check out my eBay and Instagram in the caption of this video. Follow me there. Hit that. You can see a previous video here, a previous video here. Smash that subscription button. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.